You've seen it everywhere, right? Cold water swimming. It's this huge trend, promising all these incredible benefits, but it also carries some hidden, really life-threatening dangers. So in this explainer, we're going to break down the science of what actually happens to your body in that chill, and more importantly, how you can survive it. So millions of people are literally embracing the cold plunge. But here's the thing you might not know. According to a ton of university-led research, the most serious risks aren't at all what you'd expect. And honestly, they're often tragically misunderstood. And let's be clear, the science is solid on this one. The benefits are definitely real. We're talking everything from a better mood to maybe even fewer infections. But, and this is a big but, to get any of those amazing benefits, you first have to survive the swim. Okay, so let's dive right in, literally. Imagine the clock starts the second you hit that icy water. What happens in these first 3 minutes is absolutely critical. It's frighteningly fast, and here's the kicker. It's completely out of your control. Now, this isn't hypothermia kicking in. No. This is something else entirely, called the cold shock response. It's basically a set of immediate, dangerous, and totally involuntary reflexes that get triggered the moment cold water hits your skin, especially your face. And get this, research from the University of Portsmouth shows something absolutely staggering. 60% of all cold water immersion deaths happen right here in these first few minutes. People aren't dying from the cold itself. They're drowning because their own body's shock response makes them gasp underwater. All right, so let's say you power through that initial, just brutal shock. You've managed to get your breathing under control. You think you're in the clear, right? Well, not so fast. The next challenge is already starting as that cold begins to seep deep into your muscles. Think about it. Your core might still be relatively warm, but your arms and legs, they're out there on the front lines, getting chilled fast. And as your limb muscles cool down to just 27 degrees Celsius, their strength just plummets. So what does that mean? It means your functional strength can be cut in half, just like that. They call this swim failure, and it's the reason why even incredibly strong, really experienced swimmers can suddenly find they literally cannot move their arms and legs enough to stay afloat. So you've done it. You've fought the shock, you've fought your own muscles, and you've made it out of the water. That feeling of relief must be incredible. But, and this is crucial, the danger is far from over. In fact, one of the sneakiest risks is just getting started. You'd think so, wouldn't you? You're on dry lands, you must be safe. But this is a huge, and I mean huge, misunderstanding of the risks. Your body's core temperature can actually keep dropping even after you're wrapped in a towel. It's this wild phenomenon called afterdrop. Basically, all that cold blood that was kind of trapped in your arms and legs to protect your vital organs, well, now it starts to circulate and mix with the warmer blood in your core. That sudden internal temperature drop can lead to collapse or even cardiac arrest minutes after you thought the danger had passed. So how you warm up isn't just a suggestion, it's a science, and you have to do it right. The absolute #1 priority is warming your core first. That's why you get those wet clothes off, dry your torso, and then start layering up. And that warm, sugary drink, that's not just for comfort. It gives your body the fuel it needs to generate its own heat from the inside out. Okay, so we've talked about all the scary stuff. Now for the good news. Now that we understand all these risks, we can build a really smart, science-backed safety plan that you can actually use. And this is so cool. You can actually train your body to handle the cold. It's called acclimatization. And research from the University of Portsmouth found that after just 6 short, 3-minute swims, you can cut that dangerous cold shock response in half. It's an incredible adaptation, and it lasts for months. So let's put it all together into a clear, actionable checklist. And I want to be super clear, these are not just good ideas or casual suggestions. They are rules derived directly from scientific studies on survival. Entering slowly, limiting your time, knowing the warning signs, these are absolutely non-negotiable. You know, the fact that we can lay all this out so simply is pretty amazing. This isn't some obscure knowledge hidden in a journal somewhere. This is life-saving science that's being made available for everyone to understand and use. So where did we get all this? Well, the single source for this entire explainer was an article from academicjobs.com. And that's exactly what they do. They're dedicated to taking vital academic research, like these incredible studies from Portsmouth and Northeastern, and making it understandable for all of us. So the next time you see a health trend or a news headline and you want to know what's really going on behind it, academicjobs.com is a fantastic place to start. It'll help you understand not just what the science says, but more importantly, why it matters.